In this session, we'll see how can we restrict access to data on an characteristic level or an info object level. In BW system, to restrict access to data on a particular characteristics or info object, you would have to first make that info object authorization relevant and then build a custom reporting object for it. Now in BI, the transaction code RSSM, which was used to build the info object level security in BW, that transaction code has become obsolete. And along with RSSM, you could have RSSM trace and RSSM queue. All this other transaction codes have also become obsolete. So you cannot use the same concept of building a custom reporting object and to build the field level security in BI. So SAP has replaced the reporting object concept, the RSSM transaction code, with RSec admin. Now, when a user executes a query, let's say we log in with user A. So far what we have seen is user has been able to execute and extract the data for whatever company code he enters in the selection screen. So for example, when the user A logs in and executes this query that we have been using and logs in and execute the query and enters, let's say, company code 1000, the data comes up for company code 1000 for him. Let's say we refresh the query, and now let's say the user executes the same query with the company code 3000, and the user still gets the information. Now, in this scenario, the query is not the security is not built on anything. The user has access to all the company codes. Now, in order to restrict access by company codes, we'll have to build the analysis authorizations for it. Now, the first step in the analysis authorization would be to make the company code characteristic as authorization relevant. So let's try that first and make it authorization relevant and execute the query and see what happens. So to restrict access, say for example on a particular characteristic, you have to make that characteristic as authorization relevant, the info object in authorization relevant. To do that, the transaction code we use is RSD1. So enter the relevant characteristics of the info object in the info object field and click on maintain. Now in this example, what we are trying to do is we are trying to restrict the same query on company codes now. So let's do that. No authorization relevant, and then click on activate. So it's going to activate all the dictionary objects related to this info object. So this is completely done. Now what we'll do is we'll log off and from user A and re-execute the query and see what happens. Now keep in mind that we haven't added given access to this info object in the analysis authorization here. So let's go and execute the same query and see what happens this time. So let's go and execute the query again and see what happens. Oops, we should not have done that. That's okay. We'll go back to the favorites or history button again. Let's execute the query now, and so get the selection screen. Now keep in mind that we previously, when we executed with this value or 3000, we got the data. Now after that, what we did was we made the company code relate characteristic or info object as authorization relevant, so that any query that has the company code field in it would be checked for company codes. So the data can be restricted by the company code values. Let's go and execute. So now you get a message called you do not have sufficient authorizations. So let's close this thing, and you will get the no authorization message here. Now let's go and check the log as to what the problem was for this. So let's go to RSec admin, and we are trying to troubleshoot that problem now. So in the RSec admin, go to the tab analysis and click on error logs. Now before you do that, we are seeing one log here for user A. The reason it appears here is because we have configured the log recording for user A. So in here you can add whatever users you want to log the errors for. So click on add users, enter the user ID and save. So now when user B executes something and when the user B gets an error, even user B's errors will be logged here. So let's go and check for user A now. Let's go and check what information can we get from this log. So basically it get the header, you have the header section as to when the query was executed and what was the executed query name, and for what info cube or info provider did it belong to, who executed it, and how was that, who on what user ID that the query was executed. Then it checks for the info provider's authorizations, whether the user has appropriate or correct authorizations for the info providers. So the tick mark indicates that it has, this authorization check was on info providers was successfully checked. Now the next check that is made was on the characteristics which have been made authorization relevant that are part of the query. So company code was part of the query, and the characteristics for the company code is 0comp_code. So this object was checked. This info object was checked. And then if you scroll down a little bit and you get to the authorization check section, then here it tells you what values have been given or checked in the selection screen. So we had input selection in the selection screen the value 1000 for company code. And the activity that was for displaying the company, the info provider. Now it compares with what authorizations the user has. So this box is coming out of the selection screen, what the user did, and this is what the user has. Now user has the activity 03. So if you go to activity characteristic, you have the value 03, but it doesn't have the value comp code. So let's go back here, and you don't see comp code in that list. So that's why it says you're not authorized. So depending on what you see here in this section box, whatever field is not been authorized, you have to ensure that you have the right those authorizations in the analysis authorization. So 0_comp doesn't exist here. There's nothing available for 0_comp, so it's nothing here. So let's go and add 0 underscore comp underscore code, and let's give the value, let's say, so if you give star, then it will work for star 3000 and 1000 also. Let's give the value 1000 here and save. Okay, now let's go back. Now you can delete this log if you want, for the next time, if you don't want to get confused. So let's go back and execute the query one more time with the same selection criteria with company code 1000 and save this work this time. So we log in with user A and execute the query with the same selection criteria. So let's execute the same query again with the same selection criteria for 1000. So let's enter the company code 1000. And this time we are straight away getting the data now. So once you make the characteristic as an authorization relevant, then it has to be part of the user's authorizations through an analysis authorization. So in our case, we had to include company code here and in the analysis authorization. Now the analysis authorization Z query is assigned to the user A through a role. So this is the role which user A has. So let's go back. So user A has this role, and the analysis authorization is assigned to user A through this object s_rs_auth. But the actual query execution authorizations come from these two objects. So the user is authorized to execute this query. This query is beginning with 0FIARC03, which are part of InfoCube ZFIARC03. So the way BI authorizations work is a combination of the role and the analysis authorizations. And the analysis authorization is assigned to the user using this object s_rs_auth in the role. So the reporting object security in BW, that is the field level security in BW, is replaced with the analysis authorization in BI. Now you have to make use of the characteristic, make it into authorization relevant. For example, in our case, this company code, and put it, assign that characteristic as authorization as part of analysis authorization. So this is how info object level security is built in BI. Now, if I, let's say, we have, let's say, company code 1000 here before we close. Let's test it for company code 3000. So let's refresh the query, and instead of 3000, let's put 3000 and see what happens. Now it says you don't have sufficient authorization. So the company code 3000 was for USA, and you said no authorization here. So let's go and check the logs now. So here was the one log generated, and let's drill down, scroll down, and see. If you go to the header, you have all those relevant information like, who executed it, what query was executed, the query was based on which info provider, who executed it, and the checks have been successful here, info provider checks. And then we come down to this place where it says not authorized. So in the selection screen, we have put 3000 for the company code, and the activity it looked was for 03, and this is what the user has authorization for. So user has authorization for activity 03 for this characteristic, and we input 3000, but the user has access to the company code 1000. So it says not authorized here because the user does not have access to the company code 3000. So this is how you build the security on BI in for characteristic level security in BI. So you have the analysis authorization piece here. So the characteristic on which you want to restrict has to be part of an analysis authorization.